America salutes as the big Royal Canadian Air Force plane from Montreal lands at Washington Airport, and Princess Elizabeth makes her first appearance in the States. So far, she has been among her own people, assured of a warm welcome. But if she wonders how America will welcome her, the warm greeting of the President of the United States soon puts her at rest. With Mr. Truman to greet the royal couple are Mrs. Truman and their daughter Margaret. Princess Elizabeth and the President mount a dais to make their official speeches, whilst nearby the Duke is with Margaret Truman, who visited us during the summer.
It certainly is a very great pleasure for me, as the President of the United States, to welcome you to the capital of our country. I hope while you're here, you'll get a chance to see a great many of our people. I'm sincerely sorry that you can't go from one end of the country to the other as you did in Canada and let everybody in the country have a chance to get acquainted with you, because whenever Margaret tells me that whenever anyone becomes acquainted with you, they immediately fall in love with you. She had a most pleasant visit in England, and I hope that we'll be able to make you feel as happy as she was when she came back home from there.
It is a great pleasure, Mr. President, for my husband and me to be visiting you here in Washington. During our trip through Canada, I heard much of the warm goodwill shown by the people of the United States toward the people of Canada. And I am glad that before sailing for England, we are to have this chance of seeing at least something of the country with which the whole British Commonwealth has so many friendly ties.
One of those ties is that Princess Elizabeth, through the Queen, is one of the nearest living relatives of George Washington. On the President's car flies the Princess's Standard on one wing and Old Glory on the other. The Duke is with Mrs. Truman and her daughter. With the familiar G-men escort, the procession leaves for Blair House, the President's home, whilst the White House is being reconstructed. The streets aren't beflagged because America only gets the bunting out for the heads of states. Later, wailing sirens herald the Princess and the Duke on their way to attend a reception as guests of the Washington press correspondents. For 800 correspondents, this is a chance to meet America's guests at close range. Since landing, the Princess has changed into a green and gold dress with a very chic collar and a bronze hat. After expressing her pleasure at meeting the President and his family, the Princess continues,
I'm glad, too, that I am to have the chance in a few minutes of meeting some of you personally. I only wish I had time to meet you all.
Now the royal couple give the journalists a chance for direct contact. It's a change from the long-range reporting many of them have had during the tour. But it's quite an ordeal for the Princess to face the close-up inspection of 800 professional writers. Even a prince must sometimes wonder what they're writing about him. It's their easy naturalness which so endears the Princess and her husband to all who meet them. In these days, when America's friendship means so much to us, our royal travelers are knitting the ties ever closer.